Hi everybody, welcome back to FTB Infinity with me, Sid, and yeah, we're back on the platform. I've done some work, and yeah, we've been talking about reactors. So, what have I been up to? Well, let me show you. That's the build. So this is almost, it's not quite finished, but it's almost finished. Needs some railings up here. We've got chimneys on all three of these. Yeah, so we've got the chimneys. I don't have the blast furnaces yet, obviously. That's the one thing. Yeah, lots of chat going on. So that's what we got built. We've got the three. These are railcraft smokers on the roof. They are these things. Oh, I do need to. Well, I'm probably actually okay for now. But we've just used basic fluid ducts coming out, going through there, going underneath the thing into the thingy here, and that is currently holding 281 buckets of creosote, and it's lovely. So yeah, we got this is all good. I'll show you this bit over here. That's what I've been working on. This is my attempt to move in now. Jaded ladders to make that bit easier. All of these have now got platforms that are all lit up and they are all done, so that's all nice. These jaded ladders are just brilliant. I mean, it's a shame that we can't texture them. Then up here I've got some more carpenter's ladders and micro blocks for a protected thing. Takes us up to the roof here. Just a little bit of micro blocking, some technical blocks. Now over there, that's the first floor of the administration block. This is where we're going to live, where we're going to put some storage, at least until we get AE anyway. I've gone with some glass and Tyrian strips just to give this a safe. Now that shouldn't have been possible to jump onto that, but there you go. And the idea is that I wanted this to look like it was in various states of rust. Now unfortunately these connected textures don't, long and short, but I've used lab blocks, and I have been to the nether. I did record what I was doing in the nether, but to be honest, nothing happened. I went to the nether, I got some resources, I came back, and yeah, I mean, you just can't rely on the nether to do anything, can you? So in here, this is quarried stone, all of the floor and ceiling in here. I've gone with carpenter's blocks and the red doors, again to give it the modern feel rather than being like, you know, wooden doors. This is supposed to be an industrial rig. Little tiny room in here. I may want to take that glass out, just make that window one smaller. Room in here with no outside view. This is a big room. This is probably going to be a storeroom, maybe, I don't know. Common room area, and this was probably going to be like kitchen food storage. And the idea is this is where the workers on the rig and the administration would take place. And if you want to go to the next floor, you come out onto here and go up, and here you are on the next floor, which we will need to expand out on. Anything else? Oh, I upgraded my jetpack to a hardened jetpack. Now the issue that I have now is, whilst I can fly for ages on a full charge, it takes for and these, I'm trying these out just to see what we think. These are road lines. But yeah, on the whole, I am really happy with the way this is turning out. It's starting to feel really industrial. However, I want to move over my stuff. I'm not sure what I'm chuntering about now, but there you go. Let's have a look. So the problem we have, obviously, right now is simply this. We are power shy. Now I would love to, and will, and ultimately get some kind of diesel generators going, and you know, all of that kind of good stuff. But in the meantime, I really could do with just getting some quick. I'm going to use the word cheap here, and you're going to probably laugh at the word cheap, but in all seriousness, it is relatively inexpensive. I heard you, Mr. Enderman. And we are going to go for a big reactor now. We're going to go for a fairly smallish big reactor. It's a 5x5x3 with 5 control rods, and then we need to we're going to need some coolant, but in the first instance we really haven't got any good coolant, so we're probably going to use gold blocks, because we may have enough, may not, I don't know. Definitely haven't got enough diamond. So we are going to need, start off with, we're going to need graphite blocks. We're going to need at least a couple of stacks, so let me no, you're going in there. In fact, I'll do another one as well because we can, and we have a very, very, very good source of coal at the moment, and my coal coke is doing really good. Let me show you while that's just cooking. Let me we'll jump in here. Let me, no, is it control? Yeah, we'll just do those 4 temporarily, just to make sure that when we go they can continue cooking. That is not where I wanted to go. So in the nether, what they've done, apart from some decorating, which is yeah, it's interesting to say the least. So over here, this is where I came out. I just came out here, and what I really, oh god, nitro creeper, crap, I didn't see him there. Get that loaded, come on. You don't want that to get anywhere near you. We got more excitement on this one than we did on the last one. It looks like someone might have had a run-in with the nitro, actually. Anyway, enough said. So in here, what they've done is, let me just get rid of that and that because I don't want it, is obviously you've got, we had the wither spawner. Now that is kicking out an awful lot of coal, an awful lot of bones. It's licking out. I've got enough heads now myself to summon the wither once in a bit, and I've only really done this, but you basically, that is to turn this on. This is a draconic spawner, and that's the vacuum chest which sucks everything up as you kill them. So yeah, and then once you turn it off, go in and empty it, and off you go. So yeah, that's what's going on there. But as I say, I really do need to up my power ante, and this is already struggling with juice. Probably my guess is, I wonder, let me just have a wander out here. If I go and stand here, no, on that map, hang on, let's just make sure all the chunks where that is loaded are loaded. I should also harvest these while I'm at it, shouldn't I? Would make a lot more sense. You are mature, aren't you? Yes, you are. To make some end stone for those. I mean, I know we have been to the end. The end dragon has been fought and defeated. I was not involved because I really didn't see the point in being involved, to be honest. But yeah, let's just, and several people have the book to get to the end. But right, that's not the way we want to do it. We just need to go 250 of resident ender or 50 onto obsidian will give me endstone. Okay, and if I smelt that, that will give me 250. So basically I can do 3 ender pearls or 1 to get 5 with obsidian. 1, 2, 3. With some sandstone sounds like the better alternative. There's 1. Just need to find some sand or sandstone. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it that way because I think that will work better for us. If you catch my drift. Bonk. Just need to wait for this lot to cook, and I'll be back. Alright, yeah, the endstone poured, they're planted there now nicely. 2 of the stacks of that have run, this one hasn't, but that doesn't matter because what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the reactor casing. So, reactor casing is basically 4 for 4. So we're going to do, let me just work this, well, I need 96 reactor casings apparently. So that's going to be a stack, it's a stack and a half, isn't it? Exactly a stack and a half. 32. And then we're going to need, well, we're going to need a reactor controller, which is a diamond, redstone, some of that. Let's have a look then. Diamond, reactor controller, where are you? And redstone. Bang, bang, bang. We've got the control rods, of which we need 5. Now the thing is, I've used there's an online modeler for this, and obviously it has told me I need 92 casing and 1 control rod and 5 control rods, yada yada. It's not clear if these are included in those requirements, and certainly the controller probably wasn't, so I'm almost certainly going to need some more down the line. But let's get the control rods together, which is I need 5. I'm going to need more redstone. And we need sleep because I don't really want to have too many mobs running around. Just waiting. Okay, so apparently the dark glass is broken. Useful to know. You learn so much just by watching chat, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna need a power tap. And we are going to need 2 access ports, which are going to be 2 pistons and 2 chests, of course. We can't have anything sensible, can we? Like, well, anything. So we definitely need that. We're going to need... somewhere. Here we go. Bonk, that'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our chests. And then we need our pistons, which we got iron, so that's alright. So we can 1, 2. Let me just hide those there. If you ever got an excess, just dump them in the crafting grid somewhere, because that will give you the freedom to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to work within that. Now, Neil did say to make a computer port. We will do that later. Let's just get the basics in. And right now the basics are clogging up my inventory, so we are going to head. I say I want to do him in this pillar, hidden out of the way, because obviously this is an oil rig, not a reactor rig. I don't even know if there is such a thing as a reactor rig. But we're going to need access to it, so let me think about this. How do we want to do it? Yeah, let's just try something here. Give me carpenter's blocks. Yeah, okay. Damn it. So my inventory is such a mess, and it's not going to get any better, I don't think, either. Let's leave the dirt. Let's bring that. Have we got any ordinary glass other than that? Yes, there. And we can leave those sticks behind for now. That will do us. So what we can do, because every single bit of space on a rig would be absolutely crucial. Let me just rotate you around there. In fact, let me take those out a second, and we're going to pop those back in. You can, oh damn it, oh well, doesn't matter. They're cheap enough that we can get more. Chisel up that. Again, you know, I could just be using dirt here and getting the structures done, but anybody who knows me knows that I enjoy building almost as much, if not more so, than I enjoy actually. Let me just bring that down there a second. So that's 5 by 5. So if I were to go in here and put in, you see, we're what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to need at least a 2 gap above it. Then 1, 2, 3, 2 gap above it. Then there's that's the top. 1, 2, 3. That will be the bottom. 3, 4, 5. So we probably want to do the same here. Again, we can stick a door in and do all the good stuff. Damn it. And again, if this level of analness is probably not strictly speaking necessary, but this is me. This is just the way I roll. So yeah. Oh, that fate worse than death if that happened. Seriously. Okay, and then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and there. 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 And then that's going to come across like that. That's going to come across like that. Now, Neil was concerned that this was not an efficient design, and I have tested it, as I say, in a simulator. Damn it. And it did actually pass muster in as far as it, well, it claims. Oh damn it, I'm out of things. It claimed to be efficient, shall we say. No, I honestly do not know how it's going to work out in the long run. Let me just get the basics done here. There's a little bit more we want to do around the place with blocks and stuff, and I'm going to use some of this strip just to tidy it up, and I need to make more things. I think I'm going to go with Reactor glass for probably some of the more visible sections, otherwise known as this bit, or possibly all of it actually. I mean, it only costs... that's not going to help me. Don't know what the hell I was even thinking. But what I was actually thinking was that we're going to do something. Eventually we're going to have this kind of screening all the way around the platform, so yeah, it doesn't really hurt to put this in, because again, you know, on a real platform, and I don't pretend that this is going to be look anything like a real platform, this is my interpretation of it. You know, safety railings would be imperative because you're in the North Sea, you've got a lot of wind and rain and gusty squalls, and you know, just not a nice place to actually be. So yeah, this probably would be well protected from the elements, I think. Anyway, let me get some more bits together, and I'll be back again in. Well, he's trying to work, and out of a blue, suddenly comes a purple jester. And Kevino was blown up by let me get in there. I can't help but thinking, but this draconic armor, it really does look like a jester's outfit. And Hoss does agree with me, actually. He's been trying to make it invisible. But yeah. Right, back to business. And let us get this computer controller thing built. If I can find some smooth stone. I've got some smooth stone somewhere, I tell you, I swear. In fact, I know where it is. It's in here. Anyways, let us get this done. So we got one of those. We need a couple of gold. No, the gold is over here. Anything else for this computer board? Redstone and reactor things. We got redstone, we got gold, and that reactor computer port, and then we need glass, of which we have plenty. Let us do the glass at the other side, because I don't want to make... And yeah, I suppose the glass is actually probably more useful to me than the reactor casings. So let me just whack 35 of those out and see how that goes. Yeah. So what we've done, what we got going. Oh, I didn't make the. Need the control rods. Graphite, iron, and yellorium, which I haven't got, and I haven't got any yellorium on me either. It'd be really nice to move in over here. Okay, there's bang 64, so we need 15. I think that was and that was, yeah, 15 of that, and then we go one. That's not going to be enough iron, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. More iron, but iron we have plenty of, because unfortunately I also know that oh Christ, I don't know what's going on here. Let's have a look. 9, it's 14, 15. Bang, we're done. So what we need to do, or I think what we need to do, is down the back here where the power tap is, we're just going to have glass. This is a rock control rod, this is casing. In fact, what we should probably do is take those out so we can work out what coolant. I may just ask if I can borrow a cup of sugar or the metaphorical equivalent at least, because our control rods are going to go here, 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 and then we're going to stick our computer controller maybe there. I've got this so we can get to access to the roof easily, and then this will go in, but then actually yeah, because it's not forming yet, is it? Of course. I'm trying to think. So if we melt redstone down in a, my God, there's so many uses for redstone, isn't there? In a, well, we don't really want that. Magma crucible, 1 redstone makes 100. Okay. QED, arc furnace alloys. Makes 101 redstone makes 144 millibuckets. Really? I'm just going to check something. That is melting. So if I take a bucket of this and plonk it outside, get rid of that for a second. Let's go in here. Let me try that. Doesn't really matter. I've got a fair amount of redstone. Well, a reasonable. Actually, less than you think. What to cool with? I mean, we could cool with water. It's just not going to be as efficient. So the question is, if I put my bucket there and pour that, no? What about if I put you in there? No, you will not go. Well, that's a pig, isn't it? Liquid redstone. How am I going to get you out? Let me have a think about this. Alright, I've decided to go with a molten ender. The ender's been discovered. Neil gave me one of those to get there. I've set a home there now as well, so we're good. And I've also enchanted my sword. I just did a basic enchant and got sharpness 4 on it, which was nice. Because with this sod, he chops Enderman up for breakfast. That's what he's designed to do. And he increases your chance of getting pearls. So that was the idea. So I need a portable tank, which we're going to pop there, and we'll turn you on. And I need 12 buckets of resonant ender. So I think that well, yeah, molten ender, resonant ender, whatever you want to call it. So I think that should do the trick. The redstone, definitely not a good idea. Now Neil, when he brought over the if I can find it, brought over the oil, left this resonant portable tank, which is, yeah, it's a huge thing. But it's now got a best bit of a stack and so much thing. So of this liquid redstone. Notice the word is liquid redstone, not what's it called? Not the energized. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, basically stuffed. Oh, well, almost done, so we'll get that bang. At least you can do this stuff now with tinkers, which was always a pain when you had to go and build a machine from thermal just to do this. Anyway, there's also a way, even a way to get it into Enderium via this, which is particularly useful. So yeah, we're going to let this run. We're going to go over. I've got a stack of things I can leave. I'm actually rapidly running out of storage here, so the potential move is it couldn't come at a better time. Almost there. Let me get this done. I'll just, while we do it, we'll what do we get? A splash potion of slowness. Why would I even want that? Makes zero sense. This lot needs to be melted as well. Well, yeah, we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. In fact, I think we're almost. Bang, 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 bang. Wait for that. That should be 12 buckets. It is. So we'll. Oops. Oh, thank you. At least you actually do what you designed to do, and then we'll jump in here and we'll grab you. Of course, this is going to be fun because these things are always fun, especially with liquid resonant ender. It is resonant ender, yeah, resonant ender, liquid ender, resonant ender. Oh yeah, I have got my jetpack on, but I really don't want to use it if I can avoid it. So what I think we're going to do is come down here like a Sue and just jump up. He says, I'm going to avoid using my jetpack. Bang. Jetpack. Oh, damn it. Get you in there. Get my bucket. And we're going to jump down and we are going to go like you and pop that there. Now what we don't want to do under any circumstances is stand in this, because it will teleport us. It shouldn't teleport us anywhere dangerous, but it's particularly hazardous, as you can imagine, when playing a skyblock map. So yeah, just a matter of fill the old thing in. Now yeah, I mean, Neil is absolutely right. Two sides of these are not getting cooled. But as I say, I modelled it. Hey, let's not do that. And it is apparently efficient. So, well, there is only one way to find out, and that's to do it. Plus, you don't know what has been done with the configs in this pack, which is always the other danger. And I did not bring the 4, or did I leave them in the chest? Let me check. Please let me have them on the platform, because otherwise this is going to be moderately 1, 2, 3, 4. Brilliant. Perfecto. So that gives us, once this is done, it should form up and make a valid reactor. Try not to hit the control rods. Yep, it has formed a valid reactor, which is good. And if we go down and fire it up, well, first things first, have some, oh Jesus, that took a honking great batch of yellorium to fill. Let me just go and get a bit more, because 4 isn't gonna last that long. Hang on. Bang. There we go. What we got left? 7. It's not going to last long. The thing with this is I don't envisage having it on all the time, because it's got a 1 million RF buffer for starters. And if let's turn it on and see what it does. Let's just, so 390, stabilizing out at 300% efficiency, and it's generating just under 5,000 RF per tick. That is pretty good. Now, as I remember, the heat of the reactors things, it's this, you want to be fairly close, if I remember rightly. My memory of how you build these, and efficient building of these is largely things, but yeah, that's not bad. We've got it's used a whole ingot. Cool. But once we've got 1 million, I'll turn it off again. We can then hook it into the base and figure out how to use it. But the main thing is having the power and having the option just to generate a fairly large amount of power, because don't forget I am wearing a jetpack now which takes 40% of 1 million RF, so 40% of that, and yeah, it ain't cheap. But to actually generate 1 million, yeah, pretty good. Deactivate. Not bad. So yeah, that's Reactor. We need a door on that as well, don't we? Let's do that while we're here, because it needs to be an appropriate door, a storm style door. So we're going to need 1 of you, and we're going to need 2 of you. So I think next episode, I think we're going to want to try and get working on the blast furnace, because we've got a lot of coal coke, a fair amount of iron, and we're going to want to get that one underway sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think that works. Yeah, you'd probably want that flush there, wouldn't you? Yeah. One reactor room, all done. And now, in terms of piping it, as I say, I put the pipe here. That will come neatly up to here, which of course goes neatly under the floor there. That's the access, and that's the wall between there and one of the rooms up there on that corner. So we should then be able to bring the power in fairly easily. Now the question is how we want to bring the power in, whether we use thermal ducts, whether we use any of the options really. I think thermal might be the best option, to be brutally honest. Sometimes it glitches and you just wait your jetpack on and you're clear. But yeah, I think that will probably do us for this episode. I have absolutely no idea how long I've been recording for, but until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye.